Asatu ma sadgamaya tamasho ma jyotirgamaya mrityurma amritangamaya avir avir maidhi rudro jatti dakshinang mukham te namang pahi nityam te namang pahi nityam. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. O Lord, lead us from the unreal to the real. Lead us from darkness to light and illumination. Lead us from death to immortality, and evermore shine in our hearts with your resplendent face. Om peace, peace, peace be unto us. So we are back to our study of Shanti Gita, Sri Krishna's teachings given to Arjuna second time at the point of his son being dead in the war on the 13th day of the war. So this is Gita. This is called Shanti Gita. Arjuna received Shanti or peace by having these teachings from Bhagavan Krishna. So we have read, we will be studying verse number 21. But just to recap, we have read that verse number 18 taught us that during the deep sleep, when you go to Susupti, this visible universe, all objects that are stored in the mind, they are no more visible, they are no more there. The universe, which is moving and unmoving, non-moving, all the objects appear in the mind when we are waking state. So this universe perceived to the mind is not real, because it is not real. It is perceived now and it is perceived not the other time. So the point is that it is to be understood that it is unreal, because what is the sign of reality? Reality is that when it is here now, and after some time it is not there. Real means which was in the time past, what was in the present, what in the future will remain the same. That's called the real. Everything that is changing, now I see, I'm waking state, I'm here and is seeing this room and everything. But when I go to dream, another world, that is the reality. This is forgotten totally, it has no place. And then I go to sleep, then this world and the sleep, dream, all vanish. But all are stored where? In the mind. That's why when we wake up, again we come back to the waking experience. So it is said, Vedanta brings a very great idea here. So what you see is not real. Had it been real, it would be with your experience now, in your dream, in your sleep, and in your transcendental level. But does not these things don't remain? It is in time only. Therefore, what is in the mind for a temporary period of time, so that is only real for that period of time and not for the other period. So therefore, this is not real, it is in your mind only. Therefore, the universe is created by your mind. Very logical conclusion, very step-by-step idea. Because it is in only mind, when mind is in the waking state, we are seeing this. So it is in the mind. When you go to sleep, then dream, a dream state, dream mind shows something that is real. Sleep, when everything is absorbed in the mind itself, withdrawn. In the mind, nothing is there, and I don't perceive the world, neither my friend, neither my enemy, neither I love one, neither I hate anyone, neither in Hollywood, neither in India, neither in America, neither any part of the world. It is nothing, all gone. Therefore, where does it stay then? it stays in your mind. That's why it's called manakkalpitam. This world is your imagination of your mind. Therefore, 19th verse also suggested that also it is such as supported by the sages and saints who have realized this truth. Sadeva sit purad siste. Before this creation, only Sat, that reality, absolute reality, which is not dependent on past, present, or future, was there, and that is the statement of the Upanishad. So existence alone was there. There is no other pretext or pretense before creation. There was neither space nor even time, neither five elements nor any product of these elements. So this is the experience of the seers of truth. Say the state of nirvana, as Buddhism it said, nirvana, a state. Why they call it state? Though it's a stateless state. You cannot say it's a state. But it is an experience. Buddha experienced something. So that experience transcends all this impermanent something, and it is not definable, so it is not said anything, but it is an experience. So here it is said that that is the experience of the sages, that there is Satchidananda. Buddhism will say in a different language, but anyhow, Vedanta will say it is Satchidananda, and that is the experience of the sages. They say that there was no other reason of this creation before creation. There is only one thing. There is no space, no time, neither five elements, air, water, fire, all this we see, neither any product of these elements. That means whole universe of diversity. Then where did it come from? Then Krishna said in verse number 20, what we read the other day, Maya bijrimbite tasmin. It is Maya has created. Cosmic ignorance has created this. Maya means cosmic ignorance. As is the example, Sakfuni ivutitam jagat. Like Sak means the garland, is misunderstood to be a phony, means the snake. A garland in darkness is superimposed on the garland the concept of your snake. The snake was in your mind. Snake was not in the rope, in the garland. Garland was garland. But your mind was thinking of snake, and that snake is projected on that pure garland, and you got totally afraid and shrunk and you are fearful and cried and wept and everything. So this world is like that. So it says, Maya bijrimbite. Like that snake appearing on a garland, Maya, that's a cosmic ignorance, as the world appears on the world, as world. But what is the substratum upon which this misconception comes? Like there is a garland, their snake came by my ignorant mind. But the cosmic mind, that's called the God's mind, his mind imagined there is the world. But the world is coming on what? The ground, like garland, it is Brahman, Satchidananda, that eternal reality which is experienced in transcendental state. They say this, which they cannot express through the language, but they only say, yes, Sadeva asit, idamagra asit. Chandogya Upanishad says, Sat eva idamagra asit. There was Sat only, existence, reality was there only before this creation of this name and form, creation. But who created? Is Maya. The cosmic ignorance has created this drama. And by the influence of Maya, that existence appears in the form of this varied universe. All these changes. How many varieties of plants, animals, human beings, trees, and endless creation has been created by the cosmic ignorance. As your individual ignorance is creating your dream, you create the dream, you create all the people in the dream, you create all the cars and road and sun and the moon. No one does, but your mind creates all this. So if your mind has such power, that power comes from individual ignorance. So now you think cosmic ignorance, what he can do? He can do the cosmic stars and nebulas and galaxies and everything. Whatever you see, it is created in the cosmic mind. So this is this far we read.
This cosmic ignorance is a part of the individual ignorance. Because that
No,
one
no,
is also-
opposite way. Our individual ignorance is a part of the cosmic ignorance. A bubble is a part of the ocean. Ocean is not a part of the bubble. So that's why Ishwar has created. Ishwar mind is the cosmic mind. God's mind is called cosmic mind. So the cosmic mind, my mind is a part of that. That's why cosmic mind created the stars and galaxies. I, as an individual mind, I also see the stars and you also part of the cosmic mind. You also see the tree as tree, crow as crow, that tiger as tiger, lion as lion, and plant as plant. So we all see the same thing because we are a part of that cosmic imagination.
But this cosmic imagination concept is imagined by this individual mind.
That you are trying to understand this situation. These are all logic. At the experience, everything will vanish. So don't talk about that. If you are in that level, you will not put this question. Because you are questioning, that means you are in the mind level. So your mind, then what from your mind comes, that is the suggestion that is coming from the cosmic mind. And if really one goes beyond the mind, state of absolute oneness, where is mind? Where is God? That's why this is there is no God, there is no demon, there is no animal, there neither the sun, neither the moon is there, there is nothing. Only that reality exists. No. So that is the point, that so long we are in the realm of our own mind, to understand how I am seeing, if you say all is ignorance, how you are saying it is the bulb, chandelier, you are saying it is the clock, and I am also saying the clock, everyone is saying it is clock. Why everyone, billions of people in the world, say the sun is rising? Why? Because cosmic mind think that way, and I being a part of that cosmic mind, I'm bound to think in the line I think. Just imagine, just imagine what happens when you are working. So in dream, when you are dreaming, what happens? Whatever you dream, you are the person. You are the person you dream. All the people in the dream is created by you. They are directed, they are fighting with you, they are killing you even by your plan, not the plan of the individual who is there. Because your mind has created all of them. So if your mind can control all the people in all the animals, plant, people, everything is there, controlled by your mind, the cosmic mind controls all of our minds. It is a logical thing. Now 21st verse says, Bhukta bhogas tatha bhogyam, Bhukta bhoga tatha bhogyam, Karta cha karanam kriya, Karta cha karanam kriya, Gyata jnanam tatha jneyam, Gyata jnanam tatha jneyam, Sapnavat bhati sarvasah, Swapnavat bhati sarvasah. So now, in this created universe, in this ignorance, everything is three things are coming. Bhokta, I am the enjoyer. Bhoga, object of enjoyment. Tatha bhogam, it is done through jantra, instrument. There is a tongue, there is a food, and there is me. And then when they assimilate, then my eating is complete. So bhokta, bhoggo, bhogam, bhoga and bhogam. Bhokta means the enjoyer or the person. I am enjoying the food. The object is the bhogga, food. And bhoga, this action. Three. Similarly, karta, karanam, kriya. Karta, I am the karta. Karanam is the instrument. And kriya is the action. I have created one cooking dish. So I is the person. How did you do? With your corona instruments. And action produced that object. So this is the, so due to the impact of Maya, Karta, Karana, Kriya, and Gyan, all the three. Gyan, knower, I know. The knower, Gyam, the object of knowledge, and Jnanam, the knowledge we derive through this. There is an object. I am the observer. So I know there is a piece of, say, furniture. So I know, so I am the knower. The furniture is the subject of my knowledge. And my senses are helping the corona to connect with that. And that gives a complete knowledge. So therefore, this Gyata, Gyanam, Tatha, Gyam, all these is so real for you. But all these are sapnavat bhati. It is like dream appearing before you. Sarvasa from all direction. It shines forth like everything. So running translation will be due to the impact of Maya, that very thought. Bhukta, bhogos tatha bhukam, karta cha karanam kriya, jnata, jnanam tatha jnayam, sapnavat bhati sarvasa. Why it is appearing? Not due to the impact of Maya, that very thought comes forth from this world. And therefore, the enjoyer, the object of knowledge, enjoyment, and the act of enjoying, these three, or the actor, action, and the act, and the knowledge, knower, and the known, it's called Triputi. This whole world experience goes on because of the three. Knower, I know, and the subject, object, and instrumentality to connect. Gyan, Gyo, Gata, and even meditation also they say dhyan, dhyo, dhata. Dhata means the person who is meditating. Dhyana is the action of meditation, and dhyo, object of meditation. Object may be different. Some may be putting nirakaro, nirguna. Someone's putting nirakaro, saguna. Some may put sakaro, saguna. Like some put Rama, some put, say, Durga, some put Mahakali. But some put no, like God is infinite, but with some knowledge, that a God idea of the Christianity. And Vedantic idea, he has no form, no quality. So three things are necessary. On that real, absolute truth, only there is one substratum. And all this imagination is coming. Three ways. Gyan, Gyo, Gata, Bhukta, Bhoggo, Bhoggam, and Karta, Karanakriya. And they are defined like this. So all this manifest in the reality. The objects appear during the dream imagination. So it is very interesting. It is Sapnavat Bhati. It is shining, Bhati, shining, like as you see in your dream. Dream is shines before you. You are lying down in the bed in the night, and whole night you are not dreaming, but at a particular time it shines, it pops up from you. So where from pops up? Your mind. From your mind it pops up. But mind cannot do anything. Behind the consciousness is there. So consciousness is the guiding force. That allows you. So cosmic consciousness with the Maya Here is the mind, individual ignorance, cosmic mind, and there it pops up. So, giving a concrete idea about how this universe is perceived by us. Now, 22nd verse. Maya nidra vasat swapna, Maya nidra vasat swapna, samsari jivaga khalu, samsaro jivaga khalu, karanam hi ajnanam, karanam hi atmano ajnanam, samsarasya nananjaya, samsarasya nananjaya. So, O Dhananjaya means O Arjuna, this due to the impact of Maya, and Maya, individual, look, we are all sleeping. Sleeping in our, sleeping in which? Sleeping in our, we are not aware that we are divine, we are pure. We forgot that we are infinite. I am sleeping. As a result, this is the Maya, ignorance. So, Nidra. So, like a dream, this entire universe is appearing. That only cause of this everything is due to Nidra Vasat. Because of the Maya Nidra, due to the influence of the Maya, sleep. Maya is like sleep, cosmic sleep. Shapna, like dream, they are all dream. Samsar, this world, Jivagaha, the movement of the individuals is happening, undoubtedly. Karanam, the cause being the Atmano Ajnana. I do not know myself, that's why I am deluded, that's why I am seeing these mistaken objects. But samsarasya, the samsara appearance, is happening, O Arjuna. So, what does it mean? It means, O Dhananjaya, due to the impact of the Maya sleep, the dream-like changeable world and the created individuals all manifest in it. Ignorance rests on the self alone and is the only cause of this world appearance. So again, what is the ground on which, to make a mistake, you must have to some background. Sometimes we see someone from a distance and we say, oh, I thought that from a distance I didn't understand that you are not Mr. Such and such. Sometimes, but that is the ignorance. Always you say, sorry, it is my mistake. No? In mistake only, we don't recognize the truth. So, due to the impact of Maya, this whole universe is sleeping. What the name of the sleep? Maya sleep. As I saw, Maya sleep, and we are sleeping individually. It is called the individual ignorance, sleep of the individual ignorance. So that is Maya, and individually will say Avidya. So, due to the impact of the Maya sleep, because God wanted to sleep, the Brahman wanted to sleep. That's why, as it were, there is no sleep for Brahman. There is no such thing at all. But we have to understand, they're giving the example that it is like a Maya sleep. Then, when the Maya sleep, this world of dream, as is our experience, we see our dream. So the cosmic world came out. Eko aham bahushyama. Upanishad says that I am alone, then I will be many. As soon as he said I will be many, bas, this whole universe was created. So this is the Maya sleep. It is like a dream-like situation of ours. This changeable world and the created individual, etc., manifest in it. as in us, nighttime, in our dream experience, all these appear suddenly in our from our mind. So in this Maya, impact of Maya sleep, this cosmic world, which is varied creation, has sprung. So where that is rested, where the Maya rests on Brahman. Where our sleep, our dream rests on what? Rests on my mind. But the mind rests on what? Our individual self, what we call Atman. So that is Brahman, this is Atman. Now they will make these two together. My dream is seen in my mind. What is his background? Mind is there because Atman, I am here. That's why my mind. Similarly, the whole universe is the Maya sleep. What is the ground on which the Maya sleep? Maya sleeping? It is from the like Makali's image. Just imagine. Makali's image on Shiva. Shiva is the white, snow white, pure, absolute Satchidananda. And he is sleeping, no? We see that Shiva is sleeping. And because of that sleep, Mother comes up, Maya Shakti. And in Shakti, she creates, she sustains, she maintains, everything is coming over there. As I am here, a conscious entity, I go to sleep, and my Maya is my ignorance, avidya. It springs from my mind, and it creates my dream world. But the dream is impossible if there is no mind. And mind will not be there if the Atman is not there. So this Atman and the cosmic consciousness are one. That will be the Vedantic conclusion. I am that. So it is a wonderful way of looking at that. Will be Vedanta student will move in the world, work everything, but they will think this is cosmic play of the cosmic drama of God. And he is making us move around. No? As you in your dream, you make all your participants in the dream act what your mind dictates. All those minds are created by your mind. 20 people you see in your dream or 5 people. All the 5 people's mind have been created by your mind to act in different roles. It is like a producer creates an acting with actors, and actors will have to say whatever they like, that will not do. Actresses will have to memorize the producer's wish. Whatever is written there, they will have to say and act accordingly. So in a sense, the acting is producer's mind's acting, or the playwright, what a way he has or she has written, and producer accepted is okay, I'll do a film, and then on that he is actually everyone is saying something. Someone is fighting, someone is loving, someone is dancing, someone is all plan of the producer. So this is the producer we call God here. And God's planning, we are all puppets in the hand. Even you can bring very wonderful spiritual ideal of Bhakti Yoga. Everything is controlled by, you think that you are doing everything. This is a hallucination. This is called avidya. You do nothing. If you look back to all our incidents and happenings, we have very little power to do anything, to change anything, to do anything. As if it has to happen. But we sometimes think that I went, that's why it happened. That you are thinking. But why you're thinking you're going is happening that day? Why not the other day? So all situations are linked together by cosmic mind. Huh? So we are all. So if we think that way, then we have no responsibility. We are free. Why I am burdened with my karma? What is my karma? Our karma comes because I become the boss. In the dream, one of the parties in the dream think I am the boss. But he's a fool. His mind is dictated by my mind. If I am dreaming, it is your mind. One mind wanted to play all the people there according to your wish. So this is the idea to think. Now, Maya Nidravasat, that's why the reason, not knowing our Atman, not knowing ourselves, it is the only cause of our worldly appearance. So it is said that the dream-like changeable world and the created individuals like all of us manifest in it, in the Maya sleep. So ignorance rests on the self alone. Our ignorance, individual ignorance, what we are feeling, because what we are we are all human beings. It is because of the small, our individual self, and is the only cause of this world appearance. Huh? If that ignorance is gone, lifted, that veil is lifted from us now at this moment, then this world appearance will dissolve. It will be all Brahman. That's why Shankara, Buddha, at the height of their experience, they so transformed instantly. They see that this world is vanished. It's only an appearance, appearance, appearance. Appearance has no reality. In the movie, when it is cast on the what you call the screen, it is an appearance. It has no reality. But it appears sometimes it is so real, people cry and weep. Or anything happening on the screen, we are being affected by that. Though we know there is not a reality, the real person is working there. It's a false image. It's called imaginary thing. It is a projection. That's why projection lamp is necessary to project the film. No? And film is a film. No man is there entered into it, but it appears like that. So this is the idea. Now 23rd verse says, Agyanam gunabhedena Agyanam gunabhedena Shakti Vedena Vai Punaha Shakti Vedena Vai Punaha Maya Avidya Bhavideka Maya Avidya Bhavid Eka Chit Abhashena Chidabhasena Deepita Chidabhasena Deepita Maya Ajnanam Guna Bhedana. Guna, you know the gunas, three gunas, Satya, Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. Because of the distinctive nature of the three gunas and their difference in ignorance, and they are the product of ignorance. Three gunas are where? Three gunas come out of ignorance. No? Maya is also, you get cosmic ignorance also. They are Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas manifest. So Ajnanam, ignorance, guna vedana, due to difference in the qualities, and also Shakti vedana, there are different manifestation of power also. Some where more power manifested, some where less power manifested. No, in the external world, one big leader befooling the whole country. The Shakti power, his power is so overwhelming that so many millions of people have no voice as it were. Shakti Vedana. We are all different. Why? Swami Vivekananda said, we are all Brahman. But we are all different in our manifestation of that Brahman. Somewhere, we give the example, all are electricity in the background. In your computer, that was tiny light. When you, in the night time, you see that one tiny light. And behind 1,000 volt, 1,000 watt lamp. It's the same electricity, but it's a question of manifestation. Here is big, here is less. So we are all manifestations of Shakti, different diversity and diverse quality. Some may be Sattva quality manifesting, some Rajas, some Tamas. But these three gunas are not independent. Not that only Sattva is there. Sattva is associated with Rajas and Tamas. Three are all called the dacoits. They are all burglars. The three gunas, they take away our spiritual wisdom and knowledge. But Sattvika knowledge is good because it takes us closer to God. So is ego, pride, haughtiness, arrogance. Huh? So Rajas and Tamas will be dullness, callousness, ignorant, all this. So because of the three gunas and the three varied universe with varied capacity has been created. So Shakti Vedena, Maya Avidya, Maya and Avidya Bhaved Eka. Huh? They are all underground, they are the same ignorance. Maya is also ignorance, cosmic, and Avidya is also individual ignorance. So individual ignorance and cosmic ignorance. Now wipe out cosmic and individual. What remains? Ignorance, ignorance. Huh? Kintu cosmic ignorance, one good thing is that cosmic ignorance, there is majority is sattva quality, shaktika quality. That's why God creates, He knows that He has created. He is not bound. And we are tamas more. As a result, we know, we don't know even. We are reading, still we don't know. But amongst us who have developed this tamas to rajas to sattva, for those psycho jivas, they are close to the truth. They see, they experience the truth closely. But as we are now, we are cosmic ignorance or individual ignorance. And individual ignorance is a part of the cosmic ignorance. So the ignorance really is due to the difference in attributes and powers. We are all ignorant, but ignorance is different in different person. In a classroom, there are 50 students. Each is a student. They are not passed the examination. But there are some bright students, A plus, A, B, C, downgrade, anything is there? F. So these are all manifestation of the power. No. But everyone is a student, everyone has capacity. That's why they are entered into the school. But according to power, different. And also nature. Someone is very sweet, loving. Someone is very naughty and disturbing. So these are the way the creation is continuing. So ignorance really is due to the difference in attributes, Sattva, Rajas and Tamas, and in the manifestation of the powers. The illusory force, that is the Maya, which actually has overwhelmed us, the cosmic ignorance, is the same as Avidya. There is no difference. Both are same. One in the cosmic level, one at the individual level. Individual ignorance, both being illumined by the reflected consciousness. Why? I am here, my ignorance is there, but behind the sun, reflection, the consciousness is here. Mere ignorance will not be able to do anything unless there is consciousness. Mere reflecting media is there. Suppose reflecting media is a lake. But there is no light, sun, there is no sun to reflect on, then it is all dark. So behind it, there should be conscious light. In the conscious light is called Brahman, and individual case we call it Atman. But now what is this man? It is a reflected consciousness. Because you see the same sun, if it is reflected in 10 pots, it looks 10 different. Depending on the color of the water in the jar or the size of the jar, the same sun will appear so many pots, so many jiva, individual soul. That's why it is said we are called Chidabhasa. Chidabhasa is the technical term. Chit means consciousness. Abhasa is reflected in the lake of mind. Consciousness reflected in my mind. That is making me. Consciousness reflected in your mind. It is you. And that reflection overwhelms us. It acts through our emotions, through our body, through our intelligence, through our ego. So that is the antakarana, they say. In that the reflection of the consciousness falls. Chit avas. That sun is called the chit, consciousness. Consciousness reflected on individual, and consciousness is also there in the cosmic. So reflected consciousness makes it Ishvara or makes it Jiva. That is the distinction. So I will ask for some questions. I am going for another something, next verse, and then 25, 24 I will read, and then afterwards we will go for some question answer. If you have anything to think of the question, and then you can put it. 24th verse says, so 23rd verse, what we learned? No, the Ajnanam Guna Bhedena Shakti Bhedena Vaikuna. It is ignorance, really, is due to the difference in ignorance. It is difference between the attributes and the powers. Sattva, Rajas, Tamas, or what power? How much power is manifested? 0 to 1,000, 100. The illusory force, that is the Maya, that is the cosmic ignorance, is the same as individual ignorance, avidya. Both are illumined by the consciousness supreme, that is the reflected consciousness. Maya vidya bhavedeka chid abhasena dipita. Why it is called Maya? Because it is a cosmic level, and what is called individual soul. Now, 24th verse. Maya bhasena jivesho, Maya bhasena jivesho, karoti cha prithak vidho, karoti cha prithak vidho. Maya bhaso bhavet isho, Maya bhaso bhavet isho, aviddupadhischa jivaka, aviddupadhischa jivaka. Maya abhasena, because of the abhasa reflection on the Maya, it is making jiva isho. Jiva means individual soul, isho means God. Who is God? Who is me? It is only the manifestation of totality or individual. Cosmic level of ignorance, there the sun reflects. It's a bright sun, luminous sun, big one, and in individual one bubble. We are all one small bubble. The same sun's rays are falling. It is reflected. It shines also. Remember in the early morning, if you look at the grasses, when the dew drop falls, and sun rises, and sun's reflection sparkles on all. And also think the sun reflects on the Pacific Ocean. So it is a question of same sun reflected in me is called Sarvadevananda. It's not dead, it's acting. That's called Jiva. I am an individual being, you are an individual being, all individual beings are individual being because the reflection of that sun to consciousness is in my one drop of water in me. And that has its power, Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. What is preponderant? It is more of the Sattva or more of Rajas or more of Tamas, depending on, and the power to manifest that is me different from you, you different from another. So these are the difference. But this reflection is due to Jiva. And the cosmic level, when it shines, big sun reflected in the big pool of water, it even the you go down, you see the calm motion. What you will see? Light, light, light. As you dive, you'll find the reflected light penetrating there. So that is called Ishvara. His power is infinite. He creates, sustains, destroys. All the power is God. And also there is a Sattika quality more, but there is also Rajas and Tamas. Three gunas will be always together. But who will be dominating? That's a different thing. If Sattva dominates, then Rajas and Tamas will hide their power. Rajas dominates, then you see, when someone become arrogant and thing, you don't see him, a noble person, sweet person, that all are gone as it were. No, they are hiding there. And Tamas, a very brutal person, a very, very dull idiot. That when that grows up, his sattika quality, his active quality, all gone. When you feel very tired and sleep, where goes your wisdom? Where goes your capability to do work? You are nothing, you are just lying down. No? So when tamas takes place, other two subsides. They don't say anything. When rajas takes up, then sattva and tamas will be subsiding. They have contract. Yeah, we are all thieves. We should have to cooperate with each other. There's a good agreement. So similarly, even in the when reflection comes, the cosmic ignorance, that's the we call Ishvara. Ishvara, God has created the world. And in the Ishvara, there are also different gods. Some may be Sattva per Sattva, some may be little Rajas more, little Tamas more. Among them, there is also. That's why there is jealousy in the God's world also. Is it not? Gods also fight with each other. They don't they fight? Yeah. They are Lokhinder, what is that? That she wants to worship of Behula. So there is story. There is a story that one deity, she wants the puja of a merchant, Manasa Devi. But that guy is a devotee of Shiva. So see, I'm worshipping Shiva, why shall I go to you? But no, you have to, otherwise if you don't worship me, no one will worship me. So anyhow, so she was to take him into his fold. So much trouble came in his life. He has lost his husband, lost this, lost that. The husband dead, this is. So anyhow, but ultimately their love conquered. That's a different issue. But it shows that there is some jealousy among them. Why they are Indra is the boss of them? Is the prime minister. Others are ministers. All in the heavenly world, they are all ministers. They have jurisdiction to rule this department, that department. But there is a boss among them. He is called Indra. Indra is the boss. That means he has a greater power. And also story we hear that when in the Upanishad, Kena Upanishad, when they were proud about their conquering the demons, there was a conference going on, Kena Upanishad says, and then there appeared something in which cannot be recognized. It's called Jaksha. Jaksha appeared. And then all the gods went there to recognize who is this Jaksha. No one could understand. Then all came back. And then Indra went there, the king of all the gods. And then he meditated. And because Sattika, more Sattva. So the mother appeared in his vision and said, "Oh, my child, did you not understand? It is the Lord Himself. Eh? It is He is the consciousness behind all Brahman. He is called Brahman. Could you not recognize? By His power only, you have conquered everything." Huh? So He's giving the knowledge of final knowledge of Brahma Gyan. Huh? So Indra got that knowledge first. So he is among God, but there is some difference. So it is duality. Main thing is there is duality. So in this duality, reflected consciousness is there, reflected consciousness here, everywhere of us. So this translation will go that Maya Abhasena, because of the Abhas, reflection on Maya and individual ignorance, Jiva, individual soul, and Isha, God, Karoti Prithak, they are separated because of this Maya. Maya Abhaso Bhaveti Isha. When Maya, reflection happens in the Maya, cosmic ignorance, then it is called Isha, the Lord, God, and Avidya Upadhisya, when it is in a small dot of water or a small pool of water, then that is called Jiva, as we are. We are all Jiva, individual soul. So, due to its reflection on Maya, it makes two different entities, that individual soul, Jiva, and the cosmic soul, Ishvara. When shining through Maya, Brahman appears as God, and by imposition of avidya, ignorance, individual ignorance, it creates jiva. I think it is easy to understand. When it is cosmic level, it is called Ishvara, the creator God, by whose will the whole universe has come, galaxies and stars and nebulas, and to the microcosmic, to the macrocosmic, everything is going on. It is Ishvara. And that's why we cannot be Ishvara. Swami Vivekananda, while speaking, he has mentioned this. Many of the Western people misunderstand this. We also wrongly say the word. When you say God, it is not the same concept as the Christians are thinking. God is Saguna here, Saguna Nirakar. But our God is the creator God. Huh? So that God is not the same idea what is carried in Vedantic God. Vedantic God is that cosmic ignorance appears like that, and that the capability of the universe come is all unreal. But God has created, yes, this is true, or everything is like real. Individual soul is also real. No, here comes that distinction that God, Ishvara, and Jiva. So, Jiva is, you are Jiva so long that ignorance still guides me, controls me. If I can conquer that ignorance, then my Jivahood will go. What will remain? My Shivahood will remain. Is the example. Ramakrishna gave 10 jars filled with water. So how many sun you see now? 10 reflected sun and 1 original sun. Now we break one jiva is gone because you cannot find reflection anymore. There are 9 pots. So 9 reflected and original one. Break one by one by one by one. So you see jiva are almost gone. Everything can go. When the last breaking is done, how many sun? Who will say? 1? No, you cannot say no 1 or 2. If you say 1, there is 2. So there is nobody to say because all the jivas are gone. Jivas say it is I am 1, you are 2, you are 3, you are 4. When jiva goes away, that's why those who see God, they see God everywhere, only in different costumes. So they are the They are free from all entanglements and bondage. So this is the very good idea to think on this line. It makes us clear. Uh, Now we are having your questions. I will end it here, my reading to up to this verse. So 25, we'll start next day 25. Okay. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sri Ram Krishna Arpanamastu. Okay, so Ananda Reddy, I'll be grateful if you could tell me where I can get this Shanti Gita in Mahabharata, reference chapter, sloka numbers. Probably you have not, Ananda, you have not started, listen to my earlier talk. If you can go to our Vedanta.org and watch my previous beginning talks, there we have mentioned and discussed on this. It is actually not incorporated into Mahabharata. It is not there in Mahabharata. Like Gita is there in the Mahabharata because it has happened, the time period and other things we have discussed for so many reasons. And it was told not during the lifetime of Krishna, it was oral tradition and it came down from what is called this King Parikshit had it and then came down to like that. It is series and Shanta Bruto. Parikshit and then Shatanika, and he told to the king.
Parikshit, his son Janmejaya,
Janmejaya.
Janmejaya's son Shatani.
Anyhow, that's long after that it is a oral tradition, and in some period of time it was recorded. It's a very old text. We don't find much, but we can find it on our here. What we say?
I will send the link now.
Please see the link. There you'll find
Beginning to first 2-3 classes.
First 2-3 classes. Please go and you'll find it. But you can get the text as I am supplying the text online. You can get it there, and I am translating it for that reason because it has never been translated into English. And also, long back there was one edition in Bengali, and that may be available, but no English translation, and that is also not literal translation. It is Bhavanuvad. It is more explanatory. And it's not available. Maybe online it's available. Anyhow, so it is not a part of Mahabharata, oral tradition. But it is there, you can get it. In this, and there will be transliteration and Devanagari will be given online. In this dream, I do not know who the name is not given. In this dream-like existence, why are things this way? What is the reason for the human form? Why is not the dream something else? Dreamer has previous information about the human form. Yes, that's true. But this question, your question is very pertinent. That why this this dream is like so bad? No, why it is COVID? Why people are misbehaving with others? Why people are becoming so mean, unkind, and why not love? Why not? And that should be the way of dream. But that question does not happen realistically in our dream. Dream is dream. When you are out of the dream, you know that it was a dream. It has no reality. But when you are in the dream, then it is so real. That is the play of the dream, Maya. So, Swami Vivekananda said that when you are dreaming, and in the dream you found that one tiger is chasing you, and in that dream, and you are running to save your life, and suddenly your dream backs, then what happens? Why the dream tiger came? If you put in the dream time, you don't get any response. It makes sense. Yes, dream was to come, the tiger was coming is true. Now you wake up, then you so know that it's the imagination of the mind. So this is the imagination of this world. Why this way? Why that way? In the imagination, where is right or wrong? Everything is imagination. Everything is the play of the mind. It is cosmic mind's play. So because of that, it is happening. So we cannot question this, that why it is happening, because this question will be irrelevant when we will be awakened. That's why you look at that, Shankaracharya, he said, Shankara says that, I was watching this universe, huh? But why at this point of experience, when did it vanish? Everything is gone. Kab Gatam, where did it vanish? Kenova Nitam, who has stolen away as if to have this universe. Odunaiva Maya Drishtam, before my knowledge dawned, I was watching, so real. And it's all gone. Nastikim, nothing is there. Mahat Adbhutam. What a strange thing. So we will what a strange thing. I was so much worried. I was so much tense. I could not sleep days and nights. Why this dream? Why this bad dream? No dream. It's dream is dream. There is no meaning in it. It's a mad guy's dream. And that's why I call Maya. That's why I call ignorance. Okay, thank you. Acha, Krish, I do not know. Another question. Why did God create a need for creation? Can the reason only be realized by each individual? Yes. Why God create and need for creation? Normally we do not know why God creates. Who am I to say why God creates? But God, as Ramakrishna said, God is like a child. He creates, plays. It's a play of the Lord. Lord plays in varied ways. Why he plays? There is no meaning. If you look at the children, why they play? Why they go to the beach and create so much castle and this and that with so much sincerity and love and very busy. He's always collecting this water from the ocean, and the mom is relaxing and the children are, I saw in the beach, and they're busy, very busy, very serious. They're making all the designs of the fort and this and that. And then mommy said, let's go, and kicked that and ran away. Why this seriousness? Why nothing? It cannot be said. That's why it is called ignorance. That is the Maya. It cannot be explained. Definition of Maya is what you know? Maya hocche anirvachaniya. It cannot be ascertained, anirvachaniya. And is it Sat? Sadasad. It is there, but when knowledge comes, it disappears. So it is there, it is not there. Its characteristic cannot be defined. Anirvachaniya, Durgya. You cannot understand through your intellect, because your intellect is a part of that Maya. When Maya will go, your intellect will also go. So there is nobody to understand that. So these are the reasons. So God created. Why? We cannot say it is his Maya, or it may be in another language is God's play. God wants to play. Who is playing with whom? In Vedanta, he is the only player and he is playing with him. Favorite example I always give. What is that example? Suppose you enter into a room where millions of glasses are there, reflecting glasses of different curvature, convex, concave, this, that, all over. And one person in the middle. And you see what? Million reflected you. But all the reflected you is true or you are true. All reflected things are because of the glass. That's the Maya. That's the Ajnana. That's the mirror in which the same pure person looks like so deformed, With a convex lens, your face will look like that. The concave lens, it will look like this, no? So it is not you. That's why this universe looks like that. But it is, you are nothing, you are unchanged. Nothing has happened, it's Maya's play going on. So it is very difficult. Why? But this is a fun. For fun, people do so many things, no? They go for skiing, my common example, cross country skiing or some skiing, and break their arm and leg, and then, Are Baba, why did you go there? You could have enjoyed your home and watch the television and munch something and eat and sleep and observe something. But no, people go for, why do you play soccer and then get injured? Why? It's fun. Why people go for boxing? It's fun. Why did you do that? Hurry, you have to break your neck. And that's a competition, big competition. And people are interested. See how many people watch that. Why this fun? That's why we cannot explain. Only can the reason only be realized by each. Yeah, reason cannot be understood, but we can reach the truth. When the truth will be experienced, then this world will vanish automatically. Then you will faint. Like Sankara will say, where is this universe? I saw just now. Everything is disappeared. What a miraculous thing, marvelous thing. Okay, so it is God's play, we can say, or it is due to Maya. We see like this, we cannot understand this. Ramakrishna said we cannot understand God's play. Why he does, why he does not. There is Ramakrishna said one thing, that what is God is doing? What he said? God is pushing one into the eye of a needle and bringing out of it. So it's pushing and pulling, pushing and pulling. An elephant through the eye of a needle. What does it mean? This is impossible possible. This Maya is impossible possible. This is not possible, but he made it possible by his magic power. So it is for that realization can only solve this problem. And then Rani Pereira, could you please re-explain Vedanta God? Oh, Vedanta God is that actually many places we Vedanta God word we use for Brahman. In the flow of language we sometimes misuse. Here God is Shagun. Normally, in one sense, when we say God the creator, sustainer, God means sometimes people think there is in the heaven, someone is sitting. He is the God. He has created. All the time you see God, we put our finger like this. Meaning, we have our conception that God is sitting in heaven. He is like man, very tremendous intelligence. I wish he can create. There is a beautiful flower in the heaven and this and that. That is the concept normally we carry. But Vedanta God is that where it is all transcending all time, space, causation, and all the space, time, and all this duality is vanished. He does not create, he does not, but we are talking about creation. That because we are discussing. In reality, God, the absolute, it has no two, no one. Ekamevo advityam is one without a second. That is the God. Normally, we sometimes misuse the term God. And so people think in their mind, I'm talking about the Saguna God, who controls, who creates, who is sitting there with a rod in hand. If you do this mistake, your sin, you will be punished. So punished, who will punish me? There is a God. God will come, descend. God will come. And then judgment day, you will be judged. So this is the concept on one side. But Vedanta says, God, who is God? There is no such God. God is Brahman. But sometimes we use the term God, God, God. So it should be careful. God is the absolute, what is beyond time, space, and causation. Then nirguna. And then if you say saguna, then yes, he creates, but he has no body, he has no form, he has no limit. Also, but he can again take a body. You cannot say he cannot do this. If you say cannot do this, then you are limiting his power. But God can do that: creation, sustenance, destruction. That's why you call Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwar, Hindu Trinity. There are many concepts. Huh? But Vedantic God is that God that is not created, nothing created, no you, no me, no God. That's why in Vedanta sometimes Swamiji has said, I am, there is no God. God has been dethroned. Swamiji used his language. In Vedanta, God has been dethroned. There is no God. It's you consciousness. You are that. And you and the divine are one. Thank you. Hope it makes little sense. And again, is the waking state any more real than the dream state? Yes, for us. Is the waking state question any more real than the dream state? Yes, for us. But in reality, you look at that. If we analyze this point, really this waking state is less or more? No. Now waking state is the only reality for me. Is it not? And now you think you are in the dream. When you are dreaming, dream is the only reality to me. Is it not? Where is a trace of this waking state? Though it is hidden in the mind, but for me, dream is as real as this. I am hungry in the dream. Really, I am hungry. I am perspiring for breath. Really, I am perspiring for breath in the dream, as it here. No. So people see so many experiences. There is no difference of these experiences. That's why your response will be, it is as real. As waking state is as real, so the dream is that much real. But that will come to our experience when we are free from our ignorance. King Janaka, he could see. As in the dream, that was his doubt. Janaka's great story. Janaka saw that in the dream that another king has attacked him. And he was defeated, and then the other king has declared his head, and he's running away from the country to another country to save their life with the queen, children, princess, and that force is chasing. And ultimately they almost was going to be caught. And in the terrible situation, he has lost his wife, he has lost his children, and at that terrible time, his dream break. And the dream break, it was in the morning time, he was the king, Janaka, and the flute, the musicians were playing to wake up the kings. There is a tradition. The musicians will start playing flute and music, beautiful music, which is good for morning time mood, to create morning mood. And he saw that morning mood, he could not believe. Am I dreaming? Huh? The king chased me and I was killed. It became so impressed. So he was overwhelmed. And then he could not understand what is real, this real or that real. And then comes the question. Then he came to the court. His wife, the queen, is asking, is this real or that real? The queen said, what are you talking? But she could not understand. Then he went to the court, the ministers. Is this real or that real? They don't understand what is that real, what is this real. And then actually he became so serious. Then the Ashtavakra came, and says Ashtavakra appeared suddenly and said, he asked Ashtavakra, is this real or that real? Because Ashtavakra is a Jnani par excellence. So he said, oh king, this is as real as that is real. That means when you dream, dream is the real and reality. There is nothing, the world is not there. So it is real. And now it is real because dream is unreal now. In the dream time, this world is unreal. This experience is unreal. And at the time of dream, this becomes unreal. So these are both real in the eyes of a knower of truth. And for us, everything is real in ignorance. Another question, are we all born in three gunas? Is that the carried over from prior birth? Not birth, from the very beginning, birth happens in the three gunas. The world is created in the three gunas. In the Gita it says, Trigunna Vishaya Veda, Nistrigunna Bhavarjuna. This whole Vedas, the creation, etc., and the Vedic wisdom, and the Vedas means this, what Vedas talk about, it is three gunas, within the range of three gunas. And we are all born of three gunas. And we are, that guna is creating our character. And we are moving from one life to the other life. That's a continuous path until and unless we become tamas, or we overcome tamas by rajas, and rajas by sattva, and sattva by the knowledge. Until then, this coming and going will remain, and our slavery under the three gunas will remain. Okay, thank you all. Huh? More is there, Baba. Today all the questions are coming one by one. When one gets liberation, then is he or she away from three gunas? Yes, of course. When three gunas dominate, so long we are ignorant. As soon as knowledge dawns, the gunas cannot stay there. They have their knowledge and three gunas. The three gunas are called ignorance. The three gunas are called Maya also. Trigunatmika Maya. Maya is defined, made of the three gunas. So Sattva, Rajas, Tamas are the three gunas, and they are under the spell of Maya. If when one gets liberation or one gets the knowledge and wisdom, then Maya, this darkness goes, his Sattva quality also goes away, Rajas, Tamas. Like Ramakrishna in the Samadhi, three gunas, beyond the three gunas. But when he comes down, he's super sattvic. Super sattvic, that's why he cannot get the touch of everyone. He cannot eat the food offered by anyone if it is not that pure. So, because it is coming into the world. And when he's beauty, the world does not exist for him. There is no question of any gunas there. Okay? Yes. So, we should try that when the three gunas we can overcome, that is our spiritual practice. Okay, thank you all. Jai Ma. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat. Om Shanti Shanti. Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. Okay, thank you.